From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the Business, Equity, and Opportunities Podcast with Scott Sander.
Welcome to the Business, Equity, and Opportunities Podcast. I'm Scott Sander. On this episode,
we are getting started with a visit to the Certified Vendor of the Month from the Indianapolis Office of Minority and Women Business Development. It is Connor Painting. JANMARIE Connor is the president and CEO.
Every business is unique and has a target audience. If you own or manage a business, Circulus Digital Media can help you connect and grow your customer base with turnkey digital solutions that are nimble, offering best-in-class results, service, and support to reach a bigger customer base, allowing you to pinpoint a specific audience down to the smallest details. Get outside the city, the state, span the globe. Put Circulus Digital Media to work for you. Get started now at circulusdigital.com. That's circulusdigital.com. This is Business, Equity, and Opportunities. Getting started.
My name is JANMARIE Connor. I'm the president and the CEO of Connor Painting, and we are in Indianapolis, Indiana. We're on Hawthorne Park Drive on the northeast side of Indianapolis. Connor Painting is a commercial and industrial maintenance painting contractor, as well as doing new construction work in the city. And what that means is that we work directly for a lot of our customers. They're Fortune 500 customers. They're in virtually every sector: education, utilities, healthcare, food and beverage, advanced manufacturing, anywhere where there is a lot of square footage and a lot of equipment that needs to be maintained, new add-ons, construction, things of that sort. That's where you'll find us. But what we actually do as a company is we have expert problem solvers. Our ability to work with facilities professionals, facilities engineers on solving some really complex issues as it relates to the painting and coating needs that they have, whether that's floors, walls, ceilings, the entire envelope. We can provide that resource, and we have customers that have been with us for 30 plus years, and knock on some wood, we hope that they'll be with us much longer. I think the way we would probably phrase it is that beyond the equipment and what you might find on the walls and things like that, it's the substrates. So if you're putting something on steel, if you're putting something on drywall, the condition of that. We also do floor coatings, concrete polishing. You know, sometimes you go into facilities that are pristine and they've been very well attended to. Other times you go in and there's all kinds of challenges, and it really does take often our expert estimators to be able to go in and determine what do we need for this job. So my background actually is in organizations and systems development with a Gestalt lens. So what that meant is I got trained in working on the systems that drive business and organizations forward, but particularly working with the people aspect of that, where often where the process and people intersect is really where the problems are. So I kind of became a forensic detective in other people's organizations. In the meantime, my husband and his brother actually were at the start of this business doing purely historic preservation types of projects. And outstanding, work, not super profitable. So we had a two-income family, which we needed. And in the process of that, there came a time when it was important for what it was that I brought to other businesses to bring to our own business. So in 1997, my husband and I purchased the business, and then I became the majority owner of the business. That was 15 years ago now. And since then, we have found a way. The whole family is involved in our business, as well as a lot of other really key people that work with us on doing this work. But we've been able to, I think, combine skill sets in order to grow and have sustainable growth in the company. Yeah, it's, you know, it's interesting because when things are booming, you're seeing a lot of new construction, and we have capabilities in that area. It hasn't been our primary area, but we have a lot of capabilities, and we have a lot of great GC partners that we work with. But it's particularly when times become constricted, where, and you can see it right now, we're seeing information coming out of the state where, you know, they're capping new capital projects, new buildings, and then they beef up the maintenance budgets because you have to constantly maintain the infrastructure. So we feel like, from our perspective, we've hedged ourselves to be able to operate well in either market, but I think that the maintenance, painting, and organizations that really do get that, it saves their organizations and the city and the state billions of dollars just by attending to, you know, rust and corrosion and all the things that cause facilities, equipment, things like that to fail. So we're delighted to have won the Vendor of the Month from the Office of Minority and Women Business Development from the City of Indianapolis. It is very significant to me. And part of the reason it's significant is beyond the training programs, the development opportunities for myself and people in our organization, and beyond the coaching and beyond even the awareness of what projects are, projects that are coming up in the city that we may want to take a look at, not just the city, but with private industry as well. There has been an ecosystem developed of other business owners that I never would have known these folks in the way that I've gotten to know other women business owners and minority business owners. And that is an added layer of resource that you can't imagine, and even friendships that have sustained us in times where we've needed support from other people, and vice versa. So you receive, and then you give back, and then you receive, and it just keeps kind of blooming like that. And I want to make a note about this concept of merit, which is very important. You know, that I don't think anybody should ever be under the illusion that people are just getting handed contracts because of their designation. It does not work that way. You know, you have to earn it. And we've been around for almost 50 years. We've developed a brand and a reputation long before we received our certifications. And I consider the certifications really the added resource that small business owners in particular don't necessarily have access to, even though we represent in a lot of cases like 80% of the businesses in the state. So I think that merit is extremely important, and I don't see it as separate from what it is that we and a lot of the businesses that I know are all about. So you get to a certain point in your life, in your life experience, that it's easier to put things in context. Even though sometimes your hair's on fire, you can put things in context a little bit better. And the fact that this is not just a woman and minority-owned business, this is a family business. And our ability now to be at a phase where we're thinking about these things, where we're kind of planning for this company to be able to be a part of the Indiana environment for many years to come. We're able to step back a little bit and pause and reflect and sort of marvel at, you know, where this thing has gone. I mean, it started out with a couple of ladders and 2 history majors, you know, and really has turned into a consistently profitable and ever-growing company that provides a really, really important service in our community.
Our thanks again to all the contributors who joined us for this episode of the Business Equity and Opportunities podcast. We hope you found it enlightening, useful, and inspiring. You'll find more information about the show on our website, BEOshow.com. You can watch Business Equity and Opportunities Sunday mornings at 10 on Wish TV or live stream it through wishtv.com. Each week we provide 7 full segments with topics ranging from how to get started and how to access capital to the day-to-day running of your business and questions about accounting and bookkeeping. We feature business news and trends and always share a success story from one of our contributors. Join us next time for more insights into the world of small business. Be sure to sign up for our Business Equity and Opportunities newsletter to get even more valuable, up-to-date information. And if you have any questions or you'd like to be part of our show, please email us. The address is beo@wishtv.com. We'd love to hear from you. I'm Scott Sander. Thanks for listening.
Watch the Business Equity and Opportunity Show on Wish TV and access all of our content and share it on demand anytime at BEOshow.com. You can find more podcasts from Wish TV on the All Indiana Podcast Network at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.